And we're back to another episode of Let's Play Shining Force. I'm your host, the RPG guy. And it is time for Dark Soul to get some hot loving straight from my oven of pain. That's right. We are fighting Dark Soul. We're gonna make him our bitch! Or at least try to. So this battle's weird because you don't need to kill everything, and you don't want to kill everything in this battle. You want to get through this battle as quickly and efficiently as humanly possible, because you gotta do, strangely enough, this is not the final fight of the battle of the game, and even more strangely enough, the final fight, I believe, will pit you against another boss, and you don't get, like, recovery for it, so you gotta fight him pretty hardcore. So here's the deal. Casters are kinda useless in this final battle to a degree. To a degree enough that it's worth pointing out. So using our casters to ensure the safety of other characters becomes paramount. So Domingo and Henri are going to be killing off Torch Eyes like it's going out of style. It's going to be a huge focus for them to put most of their effort into it to try to get the damage to lay off the main characters here. Our frontliners who got to get through this narrow walkway of death. And that's not a joke. It is a walkway of absolute death and carnage, because these damn Torch Eyes won't let it give us a break. Luckily, we should, in most cases, be able to one-shot these guys to reduce the amount of damage we got to deal with from them. We just don't want to get too gung-ho like I am with guns. He could actually die from this if the Torch Eye got a second shot. He didn't. Yeah, he didn't think that through very well. I'm so busy thinking about getting him through, but realistically, he's got bigger fish to fry. Let's get Arthur in there. Let's get him over here to take this dude out. Again, to protect people walking through that walkway. You think you might need to just ignore these guys, but ignoring them, to me, has never worked that well. Especially the back Torch Eyes. The front one, the ones in this back area over here. See, Luke can reach, but we are probably going to have to use Aura 4 right out of the gate here. In order to protect these frontline characters who are taking, you know, Guns is going to have to maybe hide out in a secluded area for a round or two, just to make sure he doesn't get blindsided by more Torch Eye attacks. Again, you can see I'm focusing on the ones that are kind of higher up on in the walkway area, as other characters can deal with the lower tier ones. And really, we're banking on Blue and Lyle here to finish these guys off, thus mostly making this work in our favor here. But Lyle's actually got to hit the enemy. It's easier said than done with him sometimes. Oh, he didn't kill it. But Max can pick it off with his sword, with the Chaos Breaker, so it's not a complete loss. And that clears out the walkway for everyone to move up the center without having fear of being hit by late Torch Eyes. Now we just gotta survive these Blue Dragon assaults, which I totally didn't think about. But Torusu should get a turn. So unless Luke gets double hit, he should be fine. He should be. Should be is the key word. I don't think Torusu's had a turn yet. Musashi. Chris will work on Guns and anybody else who's nearby. We're still gonna have to use Torusu's big aura though. Doing it to be safe. If we need to, we can send Guns up. Nice. May as well. I was almost dead anyway. There we go. Should help solve some problems. Okay. The torch eyes are getting turns. No! Yeah, you better run. You better run. Run back to daddy. We better move archives through that walkway. We could just send Blue over there to deal with that, but really should be able to move everyone through here before that becomes an issue. Kill off that torch eye. Good old-fashioned murder magic. And then Blue, come on up and kill yourself a blue dragon. Murder. Not quite. Almost. Arthur, kill the Steel Claw, because he's more likely to one-shot it than kill off the dragon. Xylo, go shake the hand of Dark Soul himself with your rage. So yeah, time to get to killing. Now Dark Soul has breath attacks, and that's really mostly what he attacks with, and it's kind of like a non-elemental thing. It's a breath attack called Demon Breath or something. Just gang up on him and whip the living shit out of him, and heal as needed. That's the only advice I can give. Of course, making sure Max is not vulnerable, but he can participate if you're struggling. But remember here that any characters that die in this battle do not go to the next fight, and if you egress, you have to refight this battle again. So, yeah, not always the best deal. So you gotta kind of figure out in your brain the best way to handle this fight, and it really just comes down to powering your way through it, or you take your time and systematically work on Dark Soul, but there is really bum rushing even at low levels is pretty good at strategy. Even with the torch eyes out there, if you ignore them and go straight for the big guy himself, maybe kill off those blue dragons, some of the enemies in the stairwell leading up to him you might have to deal with, but beyond that, it's kind of, you bum rush him. And you prevent that priest from getting close. If it comes to that, it shouldn't. Like you're going to see here, he's going to get a turn, and he's either going to breath attack or melee. And if he melees, he's wasting his turn, as far as I'm concerned. So let's go ahead and hit him hard here. With everything we got. Notice we put Xylo behind so other characters can get up there. And he's toast. Freaking sweet! Dark Dragon, with my dying breath, I summon you. Arise, Dark Dragon! Ah! Yes, at last you are awakening. I offer myself to you, Dark Dragon. Use my power to help you cast off your bonds. Here it comes. You are free once more. Let all of room tremble. I die fulfilled. Cringe, fools. Ah, please. He's just freak of the week. Bring it. Look at all that muscle. So as you can see, we now have to fight Dark Dragon. Now, here's the deal with this fight is Dark Dragon has some resources. Those resources are as follows. He can summon infinite armed skeletons unless you subject him to other means. And what I mean by that, to a degree here, well, this costs the same. Just kill him. Is that Dark Dragon's breath has a breath attack that has a very, very large reach. And because of that, that's a big problem. Now, these armored skeletons who can infinitely spawn, you can't stop the spawning. You stop it by pretty much just standing on the tile where they spawn. Just put any character with long reach there and you're good. I don't tend to think of them as being that much of an issue, to be fair. As you can see, I'm dividing the party in half in a way. Keeping Max kind of off to the side for a chunk of this battle. Not a large chunk, but definitely a chunk of some sort. Mingo can't reach, which means Dark Dragon can't reach. Taurusu is not, two healers on one side. It's one of the reasons why Taurusu is a really good option. Because even though he's on one side of the map, he is more than capable of preventing, he's more than capable of having to deal with issues. What's the word I want to use, really? He can heal from anywhere because he's going to use Aura 4 for the most likely. So you can see we're going to attack the 3 heads of Dark Dragon, but we're going to leave the center one for last. And the reason being is we don't know how many characters we're probably going to have left to deal with him. So we don't want to subject characters to you want to see how many characters you have left while dealing with this. And theoretically, if you're low level, my suggestion that I have for this fight is to just send all of your characters at Dark Dragon one at a time. Work on one head at a time. But we're pretty beefy, so I'm not too worried about it. With attacks like that, I think we'll manage. It's the armored dragons, skeletons that we need to worry a little bit about from making it hard for our characters to get in and do some damage without being blindsided by those fools. Nice. Because why not? We really need to kill that armed skeleton here. But it guarantees the kill from Lyle, because Lyle doesn't always one-shot them. He's actually got 2 crits in a row on him, which is pretty weird. Or rather, abnormal for him to achieve such a feat. Keeping Max at distance here. Might still be in range, but I'm not worried about it. Not bad. Nice. Lay waste to those fools, I say. Alright, Arthur, come on. Attaboy. So far, we're beating him down pretty quickly here. We're 1 head down. We'll leave Gunts there. He's probably the weakest character offensively. Which doesn't make a lot of sense to put him in harm's way unless we have to. And we need to get Max off of this for right now. We can do something specific. And it wouldn't be a full positive Shining playthrough unless we did something very specific. Which for vets, you know what we're going to do. For other people, you don't know what we're going to do. We're going to start wailing on the center head here with the characters who are done on the left side. Because why make them stand around and do nothing? While we can wail away on this dude who's about to die. Now, obviously, us being this high in level makes this battle kind of weak sauce, but trust me, when you're lower level, this battle can be very, very intense. If you're like level 15 promoted, this battle's pretty rough. Nice. Musashi is not putting up with shit from this dude. Okay, yeah, I figured that was going to happen. We'll probably have Xylo deal with it. And he hasn't used his breath attack, and neither did Dark Soul for that matter. We've lucked out really, really well. But he's going to start using it. There it is. There it is. This is the thing that you should fear. Fixed 25 damage on everything it touches. That's what we have Torisu for, so I'm not too worried about it. I want to put Lyle on that spot or Torisu, one of the two. Whichever one, I don't care. As long as one of them gets on there. Notice this one's a little tougher, a little more resilient to my attacks. There we go. We're starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel of pain. Go ahead and aura the shit out of this. But this is why I say 20 levels unpromoted and 20 levels promoted is good. You notice once the characters hit 20, the stat bonuses were nominal, if at best. One stat here, one stat there. And it's really, to be fair, it's not worth the effort to keep leveling them higher than 20. Because the stat gains are just the worst. So I am going to point out that that's one of the justifications I have for not wanting to deal with the fact that characters could be like that. So I think at the end of the day, you're better off. Hopefully Lyle doesn't get the kill. I want Max to fight him. Okay, I can live with that. It's one of those things where at the end of the day, you're kind of at the mercy of the game. In a sense that once you hit 20 before promotion, 20 after promotion, then after that, the stats you get are pretty pathetic. Here we go, Max, come on! And we get a special animation for letting Max get the killing blow. I think it's always a crit too, but I could be wrong. And Max levels to 24 and gets a couple of stat points there.
No, these puny creatures cannot defeat the Lord of Darkness. Never. I will not be banished again. The powers of darkness will sustain me.
Dark Dragon still lives. Perhaps we cannot kill him. There must be a way. Max, Dark Dragon must be sealed away once again. And only you can do it. Use the Chaos Breaker. Drive it through, Dark Dragon.
Fools, nothing you do can stop me. I am Dark Dragon, darkness incarnate.
Max, stab him with the Chaos Breaker. Well, there it is. Max, the Castle of the Ancients is seeking. Let's get out of here. But Max cannot move. Max is somehow bound to the Chaos Breaker. Max, break free. We won't leave without you.
But this sword is so cool!
I can't get free, but you won't die with me. As he uses, and again, Aggress is story-driven in a way. Max uses Aggress magic to save us, but where is Max? That spell's supposed to get us all out. Why isn't Max here? Why Nova? I have no answers for you. Perhaps a great hero is needed to guard the seal. Perhaps he must stand as an eternal vigil to prevent Dark Dragon's return. But why did he have to be Max? Any of us would have taken his place. I won't believe it. Max will come back. I know it. Perhaps Max will still come out. Wait, look at the castle. Bye, Felicia. No! It's gone. The castle of Max is with it. That's it. He didn't escape. He's gone. I won't believe it. I can't believe it. Max has saved all of Rune. His sacrifice will be remembered forever. And now, friends, it is time for us to begin the long journey home. I won't believe it. Max! Swallowed by the murky brine, the castle of the ancients was lost forevermore. The battle over, and Rune saved. The warriors of Shining Force returned home. Led by May, Guardiana was rebuilt and Henri inherited the throne. As for Max, he is believed to have perished at sea along with Dark Dragon. And that is the official ending. But you and I know differently, don't we? Somewhere evil stirs in a land that has a need of a hero. And I know you'll be up to the challenge, Max. Well, goodbye for now. I have a feeling I'll be seeing you again. The end. And there it is, Shinin' Farce. I will tell you that this is a classic game. And it still holds up. Visually, it's pretty good. The pixel art is incredible, so it's definitely a beautiful, top-tier looking Sega game, even for the first Shining Force. And to think that Shining Force 2 takes it to the next level in Sega visual quality. The story is kind of clunky. Again, it's the first Shining game, technically, next to Shining in the Darkness. And like many tactical RPG games, a lot of characters get sidelined because the cast is so massive. What are you going to do? But I have a soft spot for this game, and I prefer it over the Fire Emblem games. I really do. Oh no, woe is me. I'm an evil person. There's a charm to them that other tactical games have never captured. And I think it has to do with the diversity of what the characters look like, how they act and behave. The fact you have centaurs, birdmen, werewolves, deer folk. I know Chris is a deer person. Dragons, knights, centaurs. It's so interesting. It's such a fascinating world that you want to get lost in. And when you play through a game like this, like Shining Force 1 and 2 and the Guidance, more specifically Shining Force 1 and 2, it locks you in with a charm that we don't really see anymore. I mean, the creator of these characters, the look and feel of the game, and he's passed away now, from what I've heard, which is a shame because it's just a charm we don't see in other games. Even freaking robots, and so Shining Force 1, though, is a little rough around the edges in a few areas, especially those outdoor battles that take you forever to navigate. For every little tiny thing that's annoying, it has so many good things to give. It's definitely one of the best Sega games on the console, along with Shining Force 2, of course. And, maybe Phantasy Star, End of the Millennium and stuff, for the End of the Millennium and stuff. And it's such a well-designed game for its time. And I do think that if you want to get into tactical RPG games, strategy RPG games, Shining Force 1 and 2 are really great intros. They're not brokenly difficult, like some other tactical games can be, and they're not overly intimidating. Whereas, let me do this ending here. Well, hello there, you look like you're a long way from home. We don't see many folk in full armor like that. Quite a fancy setup. Or getup. I have come a long way. Longer than you can imagine. I must say you do look pretty tired, and well, your things have seen better days. I am tired of wandering. I'm looking for a place to settle down and to rest. How about right here? Lend your hands to the field of our village. That sounds like just what I need right now. I work hard and I'm a fast learner. Good, we have a deal then. Folks in this village will be excited to see a new face. I didn't catch your name. What do they call you? Me? You can call me Max. In his before promotion outfit. So there it is. And yeah, so for me, this is a game that, for the time was very good. Of course, there are better games out there than this, but for entry level people who are trying to get into into JRPG strategy games, this one is really easy to pick up. It's way easier to learn than Disgaea. It's way easier to learn than even Final Fantasy Tactics. It's not as daunting. The story's charming in Shining Forces 1 all the way through 3. The world is very bright, vibrant, and colorful, and fun, and intricate. And like I said, it leaves a lot of room for error, so when you play this game, you can use almost any party setup you want, and theoretically, you could get through the game with some difficulty, but you can still get through the game. And there's a charm. Again, the charm to this game is what always lures me back to it every single time. So, Shining Force in and of itself is a series that needs to seriously make a comeback. I'm sorry. These other Shining games we've been getting since, they ain't gonna cut it. They ain't that good. What was the most recent one? Shining something Refrain or Shining Resonance Refrain? Yeah, Shining Resonance can kiss the fattest part of my ass. They talk about a series that has gone so off kilter that it doesn't even know what made it great. And this is the Shining series. My suggestion is anything past Shining Force 3 you can mostly skip. Shining Force, Shining in the Darkness, Shining Force Guidance 1 and 2, which were remade on Shining Force CD. Shining Force Final Conflict, Shining Force 2, Shining in the Holy Ark, and Shining Wisdom, I want to say, and then Shining Force 3 scenarios 1 through 3. That's the Shining franchise to me. Anything after that, some of it's okay, but it never captured what made the Shining series great. Those first-person dungeon crawlers with the JRPG battles and the tactical games. And what I guess would be really cool is these should be remade. And there was a remake for this called Shining Force Resurrection of Dark Dragon. It was a remake that added a little bit of story, new story elements and new characters. And it was for Game Boy Advanced, I believe. It's okay. It's not a replacement for the original. Some of the charm gets lost because they tried to upgrade the graphics, and they look a little more awkward. But to be fair, it's hard to recapture this. It would be cool if they remade these games alongside like Shining Force 4. We're due for a good Shining game, I think, and we've sat and waited. And yeah, Shining Force Feathers out there, but I don't count that one either. But it would be nice to see another Shining game come out and really be something new and exciting. And yeah, this is one of those series, those intellectual properties that I would love to see kind of go back to its roots, like Final Fantasy needs to. And yeah, even Phantasy Star going back to its roots and remaking some of those games would be interesting. But yeah, there it is, guys. Our Let's Play of Shining Force. I highly recommend this game. My score for this is like a solid 8. 7.5, 8. And to tell you this, if you want to do these canon, play Shining Force first, then go and play Shining Force 2. The Gaiden games, if you really like Shining Force, go and play Shining Force CD or the Gaidens, which is the same story, just better graphics on the CD version. And then definitely go check out Shining in the Darkness, Shining in the Holy Ark, and Shining Force 3. You won't be disappointed. So anyway, I am your host, the RPG Guy. As per usual, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/JackTartStudio for JackTart Studios for more live gaming action. We play all kinds of stuff there. All types of video games, board games, pen and paper stuff, legacy games like Gloomhaven, Hero Quest, and I stream other stuff on the channel that I don't usually have on my YouTube channel. And I also do a live show with my buddy Hobo Headcrab, where we blind play through games. He's going to be blind playing through Shining Force at some point because he's never played it. He's only seen people play parts of it, but he's never actually played it and enjoyed the story he doesn't even know what the story is about, and then he's never played it or even seen Shining Force 2. So for him to see these games, I think will blow his mind because he'll be like, wow, this was on Sega? Yes, it was, sir. And I think he'll have a pretty cool time, and his reactions are pretty legit. So they're legitimately fun to watch how he reacts to stuff. So anyways, guys, thanks for stopping by, and we will see you guys next time. Thanks for stopping by for Shining Force, The Legacy of Great Intention. This game is officially complete. We'll see you guys next time.